Thinking about resell your property in Vietnam? Navigating the resale process in Vietnam might seem daunting, but don't worry. In this video, I'm going to break it down step by step so you can confidently resell any property, apartment in Vietnam without a hitch. Let's get started. Before you can resell your property in Vietnam, the most important step is to prepare the required documents. Let me walk through you the full list so you can stay out of the surprises. First, you will need your passport and the sales and purchase agreement, SPA or Pinh Phuc. Now, if you don't have the Pinh Phuc, which is the final certificate of ownership in Vietnam, don't panic. Most of the properties in Vietnam for foreigners don't have the Pinh Phuc yet, so 99% of the cases you will have to resell your property based on the SPA, sales and purchase agreement. Now you may wonder what the Pinh Phuc is. Don't worry, I'll cover this specific content in a separate video. So don't forget to smash the like button and smash the subscribe button to stay tuned to this specific and important content. Next up, the marital certificates. I know this may feel a little bit out of the blue. Why would they ask for this now when they didn't ask for this when you bought the apartment? Well, it's standard practice globally for high-value transactions. These documents ensure the property is solely yours or shared with a partner. At the notary office, these documents are mandatory. If you are single, you need a single certificate, and if you marry, you need a marriage certificate. The process for obtaining this depends on your home country. For instance, in Vietnam, Vietnamese can get these at the World Office where their residency is registered. In Hong Kong people would visit the court to take an oath about their single status. What about your home country? Make sure you check this with a lawyer from your home country to find out. Once you have these documents, you need to have them notarized and translated into Vietnamese. This step ensures all legal documents meet the requirements for resale in Vietnam. And you can bring the original ones to Vietnam to get them translated and notarized here. That will save you a lot of costs as it will be much cheaper here. Don't forget to gather transfer request invoices from when you purchase the property. You can request these documents from the developer if needed, and any resale confirmations if you bought from a previous owner. Losing these can cause significant delays, so keep them safe. Here's an important tip. All of these documents have to be valid within 6 months when used at the notary office, so don't rush to prepare them too early. You can start to prepare them when receive the deposit from the buyer. Now let's talk about the process and timeline of reselling your property in Vietnam. Typically, the timeline may take about 30 to 45 days. Step 1. Deposit agreement. Once you found a buyer, they typically pay a deposit of around 5 to 10% of the sale price. This secures their commitment and gives you the green light to start preparing the necessary documents. Step 2. Preparing documents. With the deposit in hand, this is the time to gather and validate all the documents we just discussed. Once everything is ready, you set up an appointment at the notary office in Vietnam with the buyer. Step 3. Notary appointment. At the notary office, both parties sign the transfer documents. The buyer will pay the remaining balance and the notary will witness the transaction to ensure it's legally binding. After the notary, there are critical steps to finalize the transactions. Paying the transfer tax. You need to pay a 2% transfer tax to the Vietnamese government. This process usually takes 7 to 14 days. Only after you completed this step can the buyer proceed with their ownership transfer. Developer's confirmation. With the tax invoice, the buyer submits all documents to the developer, who will issue the final ownership confirmation. This step takes another 7 to 10 days. Repatriating your money. Finally, to wire your money out of Vietnam, submit a tax invoice and final ownership confirmation to your bank. Ensure the funds are transferred under your name to avoid issues. That's how you can successfully resell your properties in Vietnam, from preparing all documents to the Vietnam notary and paying the tax, repatriating your money back to your home country. It's all about following the right steps. I know it's not simple. That's why you will need a professional help from a real estate agent in Vietnam like me to lean on. So don't forget to smash the like button and smash the subscribe button to stay tuned to more real estate video coming up next. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, or if you need any real estate services, my contact details is in the description below. Take care and see you in the next video.